a while. And the reason I waited is because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling the way the setup was for the Anbernic RGDS. So what I did, I put it back in the box and I waited. I wanted to wait until it was good. Okay, I tried to play it, I was cool with it, everything was okay, but I even said it, even I was like, you know, this is okay for now. So but the time has come, and one setup I was waiting for, and I think I mentioned it in that video, is I wanted to wait for RockNix. That's what I wanted to wait for. And finally, RockNix is ready to go for this handheld. So I was very excited to hear about that. And now I can go ahead and set up RockNix. All right, let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. Let me pause and make this clear. This is not a how-to or tutorial video. It's up to you if you want to follow along. I make mistakes, and there is far better videos out there that can explain and break it down better than me. This is what I'm doing. I'm quite sure you guys might have better or even quicker ways of doing this. And if so, please explain in the comments. My goal for us is to all help each other, and myself included. Thank you for your help, and let's begin. Since this thing been out for so long already, and that's not including that the fact is that there's been a bunch of reviews or all this kind of good stuff, I'm not going to go ahead and be doing any gameplay on this device. I'm just going to go ahead and set up RockNix, and that's it. I will be doing some gameplay of some DS games on the Patreon. I'm going to do like a little video of just showing some games off. So if you guys want, you guys welcome to come up over there and come hang out and just look at some games and stuff like that. But in this case, I'm just going to do nothing but the setup for RockNix. There's two things I noticed that I need to do. Number one, I got to go ahead and charge this thing because I haven't even used it in quite a while. Number two, I just noticed all the smudges that's been that's on here, that's on the screen and everything else. So I got to wipe it off, and then I'm just going to put on gloves. Yep, that's the reason why I've been wearing gloves. Just like I do all my SD cards, this is a 256 gig SD card. Actually, it was the original one that I had inside of it that I was using, basically to just go ahead and put my games in. But what I am going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I transferred some of the games that I did have. I put it on my in a folder and stuff like that, so I can transfer it back after I get through doing this transition. So just like every card I like to do, I like to go ahead and just clean it up, just in case if anything was flashed on there or anything like that. I like to just go ahead and basically just wipe it clean. That's just what I usually do. And I also want to say this, if you guys watching this video, actually when I do wipe these SD cards, I actually literally go in and really do a full clean, and then I go ahead and format it like this, that, and the third. If you guys ever wanted to like see the process of what I do when it comes down to in the background of really just wiping these drives clean, and that's not including if you want to say, for instance, you wanted to go ahead and use and do this for like your hard drives or your M.2s or something like that, just kind of let me know in the comments and stuff like that, and I'll create a video. I'm probably pretty much just gonna create a video over there on the Patreon. I'm not trying to like advertise the Patreon, but I just been noticing that it has been a growth in following and supporters over there. So I want to go ahead and be able to do more over at the Patreon to kind of like, you know, help people and stuff like that that's been following and really just supporting this channel, because without them and everything else, and even with you guys to like being able to and subscribing and watching, just you guys is all being a big help. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and format, and it's just gonna wipe everything and basically making sure everything's clean. Okay, once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and close this out because we'll come back to it in a minute. Now there's two things that I wanted to do and I wanted to try out. It's just like there's the regular source of basically downloading the information, flashing it, and then going to the handheld itself. But I was like, as I was reading, the website was stating that there's like a one-click type of option that can work. So I want to try this out. Everything I'm doing, every time you see me do something like this is like the first time I'm basically doing this, and that's not including like even with other handhelds. When I do something, this is like my full setup of what I'm doing with my handheld. There's no pre-downloading or pre-setup and this, that, and the third. I know I'm talking too much, but I just want to explain that whatever I do is basically I do it right then and there. Okay, so when I found out that this particular website, and this is, I'm gonna leave a link in the description, that it can basically, it's like probably like a one-click option. I don't know if this is true, so keep watching the video just in case I had to change up something, but I want to try this out and see if this works. Okay, remember, I make mistakes, so I mean, just understand that. Okay, so we're gonna go here, we're gonna go right here to the latest releases, and then there's two of them right here. There was probably two of them, but this is supposed to be the latest one, but I want to make sure that it's the latest because there's two more releases right here, and then this one's right here is going to be November, then right here's the assets that was in June. Okay, so it says that this will basically does like the one-click option, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this and see if this works. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this one, and I'm just gonna download it to my PSP power folder because I've been, as lately, if you guys been following the channel, I've been doing some changes with the PSP and just basically doing some upgrades with that. Okay, right now, remember my PSP power folder, it just basically saying it's just got like the application, and it just has like the RockNix image burner. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. So if you see something like this, I guess we're just gonna say run anyway, and let's just see. It did ask me a question if I wanted to go ahead and accept it, and then I just said yes, go ahead to do some changes on the computer and see if this works out. We got the Anbernic, and we got the RG Arc, we got a stable build, and then we got a nightly build. So let's try the nightly build and see what happens. Okay, I'm just gonna, hopefully this works, and of course is reading my my adapter that I have. I'll leave links in the description, so if you guys need to get you an adapter to SD card, the best you can get. It's awesome, I love it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try this and see if this works. So this morning you're about to do something crazy, so do you want to do it? Yes, we want to do it. Let's do it. So now we're just gonna go ahead and it's just downloading the stuff, and it's supposed to be like a one-click type of ordeal for the RGDS. This is my first time trying this, and hopefully that it's going to work. You guys are seeing this, and you know, and I'm gonna go ahead and like fast forward, so with the power of editing, and why this stuff is like basically going ahead and doing this whole burning process or flashing process, whatever you want to call it, the process or whatever, getting tongue tied. I wanted to ask you guys a question. I just hope that stuff like this helps you guys out, to get you guys, you know, that way maybe if you don't have the RGDS, maybe it might inspire you to get it, to try it out. I'm not sure, but if those who has the RGDS, I just want to know, does this stuff like this helps you out to be able to get things going, and you know, get your handheld, you know, to where that everything's working right for you. Okay, I just wanted to know in the comments. All right, now that it's stopped, it says okay, just create successfully. I'm not sure if I just need to just go ahead and try to. Okay, what I'm gonna do, because usually when it says done, it's supposed to say like finished, then going back to doing what it's thing, but I guess that okay, this is sign. Oh, okay, it was hidden right there we go. So it was hidden. I got like multiple screens, so it just hit another screen. So everything is done, and then I'm just gonna push okay, and then now okay, so it just says select the target. So I'm just gonna close this out, and then I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and then we're just gonna hop back over, and I'm gonna try this out. I hope that this works out. This is crazy. Okay, all right, back over here, and I went ahead, and sorry for the different sounds because I deal with like different microphones up in here, so each microphone has like a different sound. Some of it sounds weird, I don't know. I'm just making sure that you guys at least being able to get the content as quick as possible, because back then it just took me a minute to get all this stuff set up to where that I can go back and forth and being able to set up. So I noticed that when I eject the SD card, it says RockNix on it. So when I did that, I was like, wow, this actually works. This is pretty cool. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and insert this. Okay, now that I inserted it, I noticed that when you have it closed, and I don't know if it was just, maybe it could be mine, but when you power it down, I will figure that the fact is that it will stay powered down even when you open it up. But it seems like when you open it up, it seems like the power will come on. But in this case, let's see, because I saw a light. Okay, so it seems like a little bit different. So of course, I'm just gonna go ahead and power it on. I am not playing. Since I've been sitting here waiting for this thing to come on, RockNix did not boot up. So I guess this didn't work. But instead of me going ahead and just like starting over or scrapping the situation, let's go ahead and do a little bit more friendly persuasions. Let's hop back over to the computer. Now, I don't want to blame the setup or this setup that's RockNix is on. I don't want to blame it that it's not going to work like this. It could be some things that I probably made a mistake as I was doing installation when I first started to do this device. It probably been like some setup because I do certain things and it could be just my fault. Okay, so in this case, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wipe it. Okay, those of you who's been sticking with me through this video, thank you. I do appreciate it because this is where I can just like really just finna cook, and I'm finna try something else. We're gonna go Gamma. We're gonna try to install GammaOS on here, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. Let's do it. Okay, so for this installation, I'm gonna use a 32 gigabyte SD card. What I did, I already flashed it and everything else, so that way it can be able to go ahead and like put this setup in on this device. I'm sorry, but I'm thinking I'm like doing like 2 or 3 things. So if you ever see me like when you hear me say like different things or same words or whatever, repeat myself, I'm doing like 2 or 3 things at the same time. So sorry about that. All right, let the fun begin. Okay, so we're gonna hit this website right here. I'll leave a link in the description. This is when you're doing it, you're like on the website, on the right website, because you'll see the actual RGDS on it. And we're just gonna scroll all the way down, and we're gonna go ahead and download these 3 setups right here. You're gonna need all 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. It says 3 different files. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and like just get all those. Hopefully by now, if you've been rolling with PCs, then you should have a unzip program to unzip your folders, because you're gonna need to unzip it. Remember, they're all 7-zip, so I have 7-zip, so just use 7-zip to unzip. Okay, in order to unzip and in order to get the password, because it's password protected, I got it open, and okay. Now once you get up over here into these, it's 2 versions right here. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing to explain it, but I guess everybody's saying just get the light version, so that's what I'm gonna get, or use the light version. Okay, all right, now we're gonna need something to flash it with. All right, usually I use Etcher, but in this case the directions says use Rufus, so I'm gonna use Rufus. It's things that you just can't find, just go ahead and just Google it. It's not a big deal. You get it and just, you know, put it on your desktop, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But once you open it, all right, I went ahead and set mine up. Okay, so basically this is my 32 gigabyte SD card. Okay, then I went ahead, you push select, and then select is gonna once you push select, you're just gonna open up the file to where, or find a file where you downloaded your GammaOS folder. Remember, I'm using the light version. That's the one. That's what I'm gonna go for. You could try to be brave and just go for the full version. If the full version works, make sure, just, you know, let everybody know in the comments, because the whole point of it is, just like I said, let's help each other, so that way we get the full effect. And if that works, and I want to go back to go ahead and get the full effect, you feel me? And then at that, we're just gonna push start and just let it go ahead and do its thing. So everything's gonna be like just gone, and we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Boom. So it's gonna delete everything, and it's gonna give it a bit. I mean, I know I've been wasting a lot of time with this, why this is going. I've been, you know, but this is what when it comes down to like doing this type of stuff, to get the best experience, or at least a really good, decent experience, you know, you gotta go through some things. So, and that's what makes this fun, because that's basically like a person that just like to tinker and stuff like that. So anyway, that's just me yapping. But with the power of editing, I just want to chime in while this still is going. I just want to let you know the timing of this. So yeah, when, you know, by you never waiting for this stuff like this, yeah, go grab a cup of coffee and just like, you know, just kick back, relax, you know, watch a couple of my videos or something. Yeah, support the channel, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just, yeah, it's gonna be a big minute. And right now I've been waiting this long and it's still going. But let's see what the end result of how much longer it's gonna be. Right, so it's about like 8 minutes, pretty much almost like 9 minutes or whatever. So that's like a wait or whatever. And now once it's done, just like I'm gonna go ahead and close it, safely eject the SD card, and then we're gonna hop back over and let's see if this works. All right, 32 gigabyte SD card. This the power is off. I haven't been using it, so we're just gonna go ahead and close it up and insert the SD card. All right, let's see what happens. Power it on. All right, so let's see what happens in this case. So right now we have the Anbernic symbol, which is good. The SD card is in there, and hopefully we're gonna get something else. Okay, so it seems like something else changed at the bottom. If y'all, yeah, I don't know. So we're just gonna see what's going on. Okay, what I did, I went ahead and used my phone to translate what this has said. It says it's basically being installed. So everything is starting to be installed. I mean, if you guys want to like go ahead and like put in the comments of exactly what it's saying, but all of the words is being installed. So I was like, okay, I was like, what is this? Is this trying to say there's a problem or an error or something like that? So yeah, that's basically being installed. All right, seems like everything's done. Okay, so it says, so everything's good. Everything's good. It says, please remove the SD card. So I'm going to try to remove the SD card. I don't know if I have to power down. So hopefully this works. I'm going to go ahead and just eject the SD card out of the thing. Okay, so now seems like, okay, something else had popped on the screen. So it was already off. I guess before I even was able to even grab my phone, they're trying to like get a translation. It was already off the screen. So I'm just going to wait it out and see what happens. Okay, so I had went ahead and went online and seen what the little language part was saying about the device and what it was doing. So basically, in other words, it's erasing everything from the device itself, and it's gonna boot. So I'm just gonna still keep waiting. I didn't want to touch the power button and see, you know what I'm saying, I don't want anything to mess up. Okay, so what I did, I waited for a while and then I just powered it off. Then I don't know if I powered it off, but I just pushed the power button, and to see what happened, this is what popped up. Hopefully that we're gonna get something. It could have just shut down, and now we're seeing both screens are there. That's good. It seemed like this is going good. Just like I said, everything I'm doing right here in and now, well, at the time of the video and everything, just seeing how this is gonna. Okay, so we got something. This is good. This is good. All right, after a few minutes, well, I don't know if it was a few minutes, it took a while, but now it came on. Now the thing is, I guess that if you ever have this type of problem, just go ahead and like, if it just shuts off or you feel like that it shut off, just go ahead, give it a few, because you don't know if it's like gonna give like any problems. Just go ahead and give it a bit. I say probably, I gave it probably like at least probably a good 10 minutes because I didn't want to mess up nothing, but it worked. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and start. So we got that language, and I'm gonna go ahead and go through the prompts of setting this thing up. So I'm gonna fast forward and set everything up. I'm quite sure you guys should know how to set up Android phones and stuff like that. So we're just gonna bypass this part. Now during this process, it's gonna install all the necessary stuff that it needs to do, and basically to where that you can start playing your games, or just like I said, or put your stuff to SD card and upload your stuff however you want to do it. I'm gonna show you a little bit, but I'm not going to stay too much in GammaOS. If you guys are familiar with GammaOS, then yeah, will be the place to go to have all your setup and everything else that you need to get and being able to start playing games. But my goal is to see if I can get RockNix. Okay, once everything is good, then we're just going to click to start. So it's just doing that whole Daisho type of thing. I'm not that good at pronouncing his name. Please correct me in the comments. It's okay. And then so I guess that we can go ahead and seeing what's going on with all this, and this is just install like some different stuff. So let's see, I wonder if yeah, there we go. So they installed some games for us, I guess it's a couple of games to get you going, okay, which is good. And if you want to, you can go ahead and go to let's see, you can go to settings, because now you can go to your apps, and if you want to go to like if you want to go to your settings and stuff like that, go to your settings, navigate down, you can go to system settings. This is like if you had your go ahead and have your SD card up in there and you just want to go ahead and get your games going. So basically in a lot of cases there, if you want to go ahead and format it, it should have like a situation to where that you can go ahead and like select your SD card, put your SD card up in there, format it, that way you can go ahead and put your games up in there, and then you're just good to go. In this case, I'm not going to do that right now. I just wanted to make sure everything seems like it's working. Also, just like an Android, if you just want to go ahead and like change some certain things up on it, just go ahead and like just push the thing down, and you can get to some of these menus, and including the brightness levels if you want to go ahead and change that. Just like I said, we're not going to go through this. We're just going to go and I'm just going to exit out, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and try to power it down. So that means that now that it's powered down, this was my SD card that I put GammaOS on. So that's what I use right here. This is the SD card. I'm pretty much just gonna clean it up and clear it, and being able to use it again later on. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side. This one right here is the RockNix that I did earlier. This was the one that I tried to see if it's gonna work earlier. It did not work. And this one is the nightly build. So I'm gonna try this out. Okay, card is in, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if this works. Okay, I hear that you let it go ahead and just push the power button for about 3, maybe 4 seconds. Then I'm just gonna wait. It might just be funny, I don't know, but this is what I heard, that basically in all of the words I read on AI, and see if it was gonna work. So I'm just want to give it a bit. Okay, seemed like the nightly build did not work. So here's another SD card that I set up with a stable build. I'm gonna see if this works, and I'm gonna test this out. For my device, the one-click thing did not work on both of them. I did the nightly build and I did the regular build for the one-click option. I'm gonna go ahead and just rush through this and just go ahead and do everything manual. All right, I typed into Google RockNix build. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to the assets right here. Okay, it says scroll down until you see 3566 Pacific. So that's the one I'm going to try to do. That's what it says on the internet. Okay, I'm going to use Rufus again. Same thing. You're going to push select, find a file, which I already got it right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and like have that. That's my 256 gig SD card. Just push start. It's going to say you're going to wipe everything. Then we're going to push OK. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and delete everything. And then it's going to write the image to file with the power of editing. Okay, now that is done, there's one more thing I need to do. Okay, so we're just going to close this out before we go ahead and eject the SD card. And this probably was the problem that it was probably the reason why it didn't work before. Go ahead and go to the SD card. We're going to go to SD card. Now the SD card is going to say RockNix, so that way you guys are good. And then we're going to go to the device trees. We're going to click up in there. Okay, you see this file right here? What we're going to do, we're just going to right click, and we're just going to basically like rename, but we're not going to rename it. We're just going to select this whole thing. We're just going to select this whole name, and then we're just going to go ahead and just copy the name. We don't copy the file, just copy the name. Okay. Now that we copied it, we're just going to go back. We're going to go to this file right here. I'm going to even try to ext, I guess ext Linux. So we're just going to click in there. Once you get up in here, we're just going to right click, open it with we're going to look for an app, but open it with Notepad. Okay, open it with Notepad, edit with Notepad. Okay, and like right here, what we're going to do, we're just going to change that name right here. It's going to right click, so I'm screw this up, and then we're just going to paste. See, now that's going to be the name right there. Okay, don't forget to make sure you just go ahead and save this. So just save so it'll be done, that way it don't screw up or whatever. Okay, just make sure you save it, and then you're good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save it twice just so I don't mess up. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna make sure that we're good. Then once you do that, then we're just gonna close everything out, and then we're just gonna safely eject the SD card and hop back over. All right, back up over here. We're just gonna go ahead and see if this is gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna try this now. Remember, this one right here, this one I did everything manual, so that way I can kind of see if it's gonna work. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and like hit the power button for about like 4 seconds, I believe so, and then we're just gonna try to wait it out again. Let's see what happens. Okay, I just noticed I had my light on, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can go ahead and wait this out again. This time, let's see if it's gonna work this time. Okay, so what I did it for like 5 seconds just to see if it's just gonna work. Oh, it came on. Oh wow, there we go. I mean, I made this video like so long. If you guys hung with me, I do appreciate this. And I'm probably gonna say it's the end, but to see this actually coming on, it's insane, because I had to go through a lot just to see what's going on. And I think that maybe what I did that was wrong was probably I didn't change the file inside of it. But as far as like what the internet said, it said I didn't have to do anything. It just said it was just a one-click option, and that was gonna be it. I probably should have just changed that file inside the Notepad, and that would have probably made this come on a lot more sooner. And yeah, that was my fault. But at the same time, at least if you guys hung with me, at least that you guys seen this, how this is like happening right here in front of you, because if just in case you guys make mistakes, these things happen. I just, at least that you get a chance to see. I told you I'm not perfect at this, and I do make mistakes, but look, we have it. We're ready to rock. This is amazing. This is good. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna go ahead and set everything up, I'm gonna go ahead and like set the network real quick. Okay, while we're at it, this is just one of the ways that you can just go ahead and do some stuff while you're at it. We're just gonna go ahead and just adjust that screen brightness, and let's go ahead and just brighten it up a little bit so you can kind of see. And let's see, brighten it up the second one, so wait, now you can kind of see. There's also a way you I believe that if you push the Anbernic button and the volume up, it should just brighten it up, but I'm just doing it manually. Okay, and because we can't take the SD card out and add our games, we're gonna have to do it manually, basically by using a the type C cable, and then we're gonna add our games from the PC. So in this case, we're going to be under network settings, and then you're just going to scroll down till you see USB gadget function gadget function. We're just going to go ahead and do file transfer, and then that's it. So just make sure you just keep going down and then push back to save it. Okay, now, and just in case I don't want to screw this up, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and like reset it and just make sure everything can kind of fluctuate before I plug it up to the computer. So we're going to go ahead and I can just restart system. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the system. Keep the SD card in there. Keep the SD card in there, so that way it can go ahead and restart. Now remember, now we have Gamma and we have RockNix. That's, if you guys hung with me, then you guys have both. You guys have both up in here, and then now we have the best of both worlds. So there's going to be a lot of like setting up from both ends, and I think that that's going to be fun for everybody. All right, so now we have everything here. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to go ahead and plug this to the computer, and then just make sure everything is like we're just going to go ahead and put some games up in here, and then see. My biggest thing is, because this is a dual screen, I'm just going to put like maybe like one DS game, just like I said earlier. I'm not going to be playing it. I'm just going to make sure that it's just working. All right, so now that it's up on here, when you plug it up, it's actually going to say RockNix device. So it's going to say RockNix device, and then now when I clicked in it, it just says ROMs. So now you can just go ahead and put your games in a corresponding ROM folder. But in this case, I'm just like I said, the system that I'm going to be trying out is you know what it is. I just don't want to be saying too much, because the fact is, the gameplay I'm going to be doing on the Patreon, but this one I'm just basically wanting to just do things a little bit different here. All right, so I'm getting down to the home stretch here. Okay, so I had put some games up on here, and what I'm going to do is, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and just go down here to quit, and then I'm just going to go ahead and like just restart the emulation station, so that way it can just update. I know that the fact is that you can refresh the page, but I'm just going to go ahead and just restart this part just to go ahead and do like a refresh. Now, while this thing is loading, I just want to say that the fact that what I'm going to do is while I'm just like I said, I haven't been too long in this video, and at the same time, I know that I don't want to waste more of your time. So what I'm gonna do is I just want to just go ahead and test out this and see if this works. If this works, I'm gonna be doing, there's some settings that I do want to set up for this to make everything just really have a great experience. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do that one over there on the Patreon, because that way I can actually sit back and spend some time and just really just kick it, test out some games and stuff like that. So now that I got some games, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put one in, just see what's going on. I own all these games, by the way, so just want to let you guys know I do. So I'm just testing this out, and it seems like everything is just working, and it just looks good. This thing looks amazing. It just brings like a whole new platform of this whole thing, just to me. In this case, this is amazing. This is where it needs to be. This looks good. The screen is even brighter than what it was before, and the fact is, I got two platforms to play with. I can go ahead and mess around with the RockNix, and I can go ahead and mess around with the with Gamma, and I have the best of both worlds. This is awesome. If you guys want to see an updated video, let me know, but I know that I spent way too much time. So all right, with that being said, I'm gonna be out, you guys. If you guys made it this far with my mistakes and everything and fixing all this stuff up, I truly appreciate it. Let me know in the comments. Even when people has like problems and everything else, please help everybody so that we can all help each other. I hope that this helps you guys out with this walkthrough of what I did, and I did this right here. Yeah, you guys see me do all the steps right here. I even messed up, so you know that I'm doing everything basically practically live. All right, you guys, and from gamer to gamer, thanks for watching.